Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and this pick a card reading for what's next in love for you. We have 3 piles in front of you, and I'd like for you to just take a moment to sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and allow your attention to review the piles and finally land on the pile that calls to you the most. We have the pink, the blue, and the purple. Beautiful feathers there. So I will be right back to start us off with pile number 1. So let's get right into pile number 1. We're going to start right off with where are you right now in love, and what kind of energy is surrounding your love life and yourself right now with your archetype. The eternal child. Wow, this is a beautiful, free energy, happy energy. We have 2 of Pentacles, along with the Hanged Man. All right. And now what is coming into your love life? The Cave. Very auspicious energy. Strength is coming in. And the Ace of Swords. And what is guidance for how to move forward? We have She Feels, She Knows, along with Spirit of Alchemy and Spirit of Armor. We're going to be pulling more cards, and we'll be pulling cards for the extended as well. So let's get right into your archetype, the Eternal Child. So right now, this is definitely someone who is youthful and young and excited. You love to break the rules. You love to, cross boundaries, right? The Eternal Child is always curious, always ready for a new adventure, loves to be with their friends, loves to be adventurous, loves to be unconventional, doesn't like to be told what to do, doesn't like to be told what you can or cannot do. A very free spirit. And so right now, you're resonating with youthful energy, free energy, happy energy. Along with that, you do, however, have 2 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So it could be a case that, you have been in this free, youthful energy for a long time, and you kind of maintain it, right? You may be insisting on maintaining that eternal child energy. Why not stay young forever? Why not always be open? Why be tied down? Hanged Man can be a bit of a stuck energy. It can be that you've gotten used to life like this. Right now, physically, things are really up in the air with that 2 of Pentacles. You're doing a lot. There's a lot of jobs going on. There's a lot of options as well for you. And I think, the idea of possibly settling down or possibly doing anything but being always free and open is something you haven't considered. You might have, to a certain degree, become a bit of a victim of your own outlook, right? So there may be something inside of you yearning. As I look ahead, the Cave is beautiful energy, yearning for a little bit of a deeper connection, and yet you're kind of addicted to the lifestyle that you have now. Let's pull and clarify. Lovers is coming in. You desire love connection that's deeper than just the carefree energy. I think that you may have become a little bit tired of juggling a lot. Let's go ahead and pull a moon card for the extended. So we're going to go a little bit deeper into your emotions and see what it is you truly desire that you're calling in, because of course you call in the love that you get, right? And let's go ahead and move forward to the Cave. The Cave, this is what's coming in for you. And you know what? It's exactly what you're deeply desiring. Even though you may be feeling a little bit stuck in the life or the lifestyle or the outlook that you've been adopting up until now, the Cave represents the unknown, right? Sometimes the darker, more quiet places, right? A cave is quiet, it's dark, but when you go in a cave, you light a fire, you have that warm fire, and you're able to concentrate, you're able to meditate. The cave also represents our heart, the deepest parts of our heart where that warm fire burns. And so it's not something to be afraid of, but it can indicate, it's interesting that this will come up for you because it's kind of just the opposite of the Eternal Child. The bright lights and the excitement of everything that's out And instead, what's coming to you is a quieter place, a more concentrated, focused place. The cave is a sanctuary oftentimes. This archetype represents a place of initiation, a place of intention. And again, it resonates with heart chakra energy, that place deep down in your heart that wants everything else to be a little bit more quieter so that you can concentrate on what's important. And so a deep connection is what you're desiring, and that space is coming in. Along with that, you have strength and Ace of Swords, a whole new outlook in love for you. Yeah, you know what? I feel strongly that this is a reading for someone who may have been or up until now is a player, playette, whatever the case is. You may be someone, again, you love life, you love exciting things, you love exotic things, you love breaking the rules. One of the biggest things with an eternal child is breaking the rules. And yet, I think you've grown tired of it and you really truly desire something more concentrated, one-on-one, more committed, deeper, and it's coming in. A whole new outlook is coming in for you with that Ace of Swords, a whole new way of looking at perhaps your life, but it is going to require some strength. This is a big change. Strength is coming in because, this is a big life change for you. This is a new stage in your life that's coming in where you're exercising a bit more control over your desires and your emotions. I want to pull a Mars card for you to see where you're at this point, like what's driving you forward. And we're going to also pull an animal spirit to see what kind of animal spirit, and this will be for the extended, see what kind of animal spirit you may be resonating with and pulling into now. This is definitely a shift in energy for you. I think you'll always be a child at heart, but it's absolutely a shift in energy of what you desire. And it requires some work. This energy, this Ace of Swords is cutting through that blockage that you have here, but the work will be, again, controlling your emotions, being in charge, not allowing your desires to control you or run you. Four of Wands. There is a soulmate coming in. There is someone coming in for you that, how shall I put it? I think that the outlook change that you're having is pulling in your soulmate. 1111 is a celebration of a connection. Venus and Aries energy, a new love connection that comes in. The Oracle, she feels it, she knows it. For a lot of you, you're going to know right away when this shift happens. You're also going to know, I think, right away when this individual comes into you. I think this person is bringing that spark that is allowing you to shift your energy and have a whole new outlook on how you see love and how you see relationships. But you're going to feel it deep down in your heart. That cave is coming, that murmur in your heart, that ember, that fire is coming in. Let me go ahead and, you know what? I want to pull one more card. I want to pull a timing card for this as well to see what kind of timing is coming in for you for this next shift, because I feel like it's happening quite soon. There we go. There's the timing. And let's go ahead and pull an archetype for the individual who may be coming into you, because I do feel like it's a person. This celebration is always the celebration of a union. So let us see who this person is that's coming in for you. All right, now we can talk about guidance. She feels, she knows. So Spirit is letting you know to trust your heart, to trust your intuition, to trust your desires deep down inside, right? Not the surface desires, or rather even not even the outlook, because this attitude that you've adopted here, this archetype of the eternal child, at the moment it's an outlook. You do have deeper feelings that are kind of running contrary to that. You desire deeper things. So follow that intuition, follow those deeper emotions. They are leading you down this change, right? This new stage in your life, specifically in love. Spirit of alchemy and spirit of armor. So manifesting, right? So you're absolutely manifesting this new change because of your desire, because of your outlook and your focus. So spirit of alchemy is definitely at play. Spirit of armor, you are guarded, right? right? Because this is all new, very, very new for you, very different for you. Again, you're used to perhaps juggling multiple relationships, Two of Pentacles. You're just used to that. And, it's not something you've ever considered changing. But with Lovers and Four of Wands coming in, it could very well be that you've already met this person, right? And they're changing your whole outlook. If you haven't already met them, we're going to get that timing in the extended and the archetype for who this individual is, but I feel like it's coming in very quickly. For some of you, you've already met them, but you're not in a lover's connection just yet, but you feel it and you're manifesting it, but you may be indeed a little bit guarded about it, right? Because this is a whole difference. This person that's coming in is somebody who, you're going to say, for some of you, I hear yourself saying, oh, well, I'll never, there's nobody who's ever going to make me settle down. I just don't believe in it. But this person, it's like all of a sudden your head is like, oh, hang on a second, I think I would settle down for them, or I would settle down with them. It's not even something you do for them. It's something you desire. You suddenly desire to have something much deeper than what you've had up until now. So let's go ahead and pull out your zodiac runes. I always pull out, if you're new to my channel, I always pull out zodiac runes at the end of every reading or every pile in a pick a card reading, just to see what zodiac signs you might be dealing with. So some of you are dealing with the Pisces. And some of you are dealing with a Leo. A Leo is coming in. Interesting energy. You may have this energy in your chart also. It could be someone coming in. It could just be energy for those of you resonating with this reading. And Aries energy is at play as well. Aries, of course, is the child of the zodiac, the first sign. So some of you are Aries, or you have strong Aries in your chart. And some of you are dealing with your sister signs, Aries, Leo, or your water cousin Pisces. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope this resonated. I'm excited for the extended. So if you want to join me for that, the link will be in the description. Thank you so much. And I will be right back with pile number 2. Welcome to pile number 2 for the pick a card. What's next in your love life? And we're going to start right off with your archetype. So we have the Maiden, beautiful young energy, along with that Knight of Pentacles and that King of Wands. Wow. All right. And what is coming in to your love life? The Mountain, along with that Page of Swords and the Five of Swords. And Spirit has guidance. Focus on the light for you, along with Spirit of the Stranger and Spirit of the Scale. So balance coming in. Let's get right into the Maiden, your archetype. So the Maiden is young and youthful and curious, right? She represents the first stage of the Maiden, the Mother, the Crone evolution, but she's still young. She's still learning things. The Maiden represents more than anything a time in your life where you have so much to learn, and yet you also are kind of fighting that, right? You still want to maintain the curiosity of youth, the spontaneity. The Maiden can also represent the desire or pulling you in, right? Pulling you into the unknown. And so right now you're in a place where you are beginning to learn some life lessons about love, right? Wherever you are in life, the lessons about love are definitely coming in for you. The Maiden, more than anything, is the one who's always finding herself in those tricky situations, right? Has so much, I want to say, not adversity, but so many scenarios that she has yet to live through, to understand, to learn about herself and about how she fits into her world, that she seems to sometimes even be a bit unlucky. But it's not unluckiness. It's the growing of her into eventually the second stage of that trifecta, which is the Mother. And so the Maiden finds herself in a lot of tricky situations. You have a Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I dare say that you indeed find yourself caught between two totally different people. This is the feeling that I have here, and this is why you're resonating with that Maiden energy, because you're finding yourself, just as the Maiden does, in a tricky situation. One individual Knight of Pentacles is quite free and yet methodical, hardworking, very determined, very grounded. And this other individual, King of Wands energy, is, I would say, very fiery, a little bit more established, maybe even a bit older. Certainly someone who is an alpha male, someone who is certainly already maybe manifest a certain level of success in their lives. So right now, I'm going to say that you are kind of caught, right? This is the current state of your love life, and then we're going to move on to what's coming in. So let's get a little bit of clarity here for you, because as the maiden, as I say, finding Ace of Pentacles, something new coming in, a whole new start. Yeah, it feels to me strongly like you are indeed on a precipice of a whole new beginning in love, and it may not be with either of these. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull a Saturn card for this reading for the extended. Start pulling the extended cards, because I'd like to know a little bit more about what is this blockage here, or what is going on between these two energies, these two core cards in your life, along with, we're going to pull a moon card to see what's your deepest desire as well when it comes to this situation, because that Ace of Pentacles, there's something new is coming in for you, something entirely new. Now let's go get into it. The Mountain, right? So the Mountain can represent two aspects in us, right? On the one side, it can be a little bit foreboding, right? Intimidating, and sort of inspiring a sense of, oh, I can't be bothered. It's too much. I'm too, it's daunting to come up against the mountain. On the other hand, it can be inspiring, and it can really be awe-inspiring, but also inspiring in a sense of driving you to reach another level, a higher level, right? It can foster a desire to work more, or to work towards something deeper, towards something higher, to aspire higher. So on the one hand, it all depends on how you come to this energy. It can be scary, daunting, and cause you to freeze, or it can spur you on and cause you to reach even higher levels in your life. And so this is a choice that's coming in for you. This reading is definitely for somebody who's being given some tricky situations here. And there's a third possibility coming in. And this third possibility, this third opportunity coming in for you is bringing the Mountain, the scenario of the Mountain. Let's talk about it further. We have a lot of Swords energy here. So there's some doubting, some confidence, the next stage in your life, because it's a new opportunity, a whole new opportunity. And because you're already in a bit of a bind here, it feels like very strongly, Maiden, that you're here in a bind with these two. There is a stage, this next stage that you're going into. You feel there may be some confusion here. You feel like you need more clarity. Clarity will come in. Page of Swords is the beginning of clarity, but it's also letting go of anything that is argumentative or discordant, or any fighting, or any sort of, I want to say, negative or shadow energy. Move away from that and let that be your guide. There is Five of Swords. It indicates that there's somewhere in your life, in your love life now, where there has been a lot of arguing and tension. It could indeed be because of this scenario that you're kind of in here, with two totally different individuals in your life right now. I don't feel you resonating with either of these. These feel like separate people in your life. And so the Mountain, this energy that's coming in, I think it's going to have the effect of making you aspire to higher heights, right? Rather than fear and being isolated and frozen where you're at, because the arguing where you're at right now is something that you don't want. And there's an opportunity coming in for you right now to find a completely different way. But that opportunity requires some confidence. Right. And because you're you still resonate with that Maiden energy, I think this is all quite new for you. And again, it's also a learning curve that, you're also learning to trust your confidence, to trust your intuition, and that confidence is slowly building for you. But the first step towards that is to move away from discord and fighting. The moon, there's your test card. Yes, this is why I say it feels a bit like a stage of testing, because the moon is a stage of the unknown. Everything is very emotional. There's no answers, and you're being called to kind of rely on everything you've learned up until now. Oftentimes, this is definitely a testing phase, but what's being tested is if you can draw on the energy that you've already accumulated, if you can tap into the confidence, and if you can tap into any of the wisdom that you have up until now learned. That's what the testing phases are throughout our lives, is that, have you learned something, and are you strong enough now to apply what you've learned? So although you resonate with maiden energy, it's not like you haven't been through some things. It's not like you haven't already learned some lessons. It's just that you're in a stage now of continuing to learn more about yourself. And yet right now you're finding yourself in a place where you're definitely being tested. Have you learned from the past? And I think a lot of it may have to do indeed with these type of scenarios, being caught up perhaps between multiple people or multiple promises, being caught up in something or attached to something that has a lot of discord and strife and not knowing how to get out of it, and finding the strength to choose a third way, a new opportunity that is coming in for you. I want to take a look at the nature of that opportunity that's coming in for you. So I'm going to pull another oracle card for your extended, just to see what the nature of that Ace of Pentacles is in terms of how you should respond to it. Spirit is going to give us some more guidance with that. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how Spirit advises you here. Focus on the light. Yeah, that's the same as like keeping your eye on the prize. What is it that you truly desire for your life? What is it that you want in a relationship? And that's what you focus on. You focus on the light of what you're seeking and the true value of what you're seeking, right? Sometimes, you can forget that if you're caught up in the day-to-day sort of back and forth of a relationship or a connection, especially if a lot of that space is filled with fighting or arguing or discord, it can distract you from what you're truly desiring. So Spirit says, focus on the light. Remember what you truly want. Spirit of the stranger is there, and Spirit of the scale. So there's a balancing and a justice and a karma coming in, a balancing in your life of energy and power. Again, letting go of this here, this discord here is going to go a long way towards that. But also we have Spirit of the stranger. So taking caution. Be careful, take caution, take heed. You don't want to jump from one tricky scenario into a similar or worse scenario that's made of the same energy. So you always want to take care with that. I feel that energy is here for some of you. Let's go ahead and pull out the zodiac runes. I always pull zodiac runes. This is going to wrap up pile number 2. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. Some of you may be dealing with Geminis in your life, right? Or you may be a Gemini. Sometimes these zodiac runes are to do with your natal chart and houses. So you want to see if that resonates with you and what that aspect means for you. Pisces energy. Okay, so Aries, Gemini, and Pisces energy for this reading. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the extended where we can talk about this some more, and we'll be pulling some more cards along with that in the extended reading. But for right now, I want to thank you so much. I hope you got something out of this reading. I hope it resonated for you. If you did, please leave us a comment in the comment section. Other than that, I will be right back with pile number 3. All right, welcome to pile number 3 for the pick a card, what's next in your love life. And we're going to jump right into your archetype. You are resonating with the comic. This is beautiful, positive energy. 4 of Cups is coming in and the 7 of Cups. Now, what is coming into your love life? You have the Desert, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune is turning, and the Six of Pentacles. And what does Spirit want you to know about this stage or section of your love life? Release the dark wound, let love live. Zombie Spirit and Spirit of the Snowflake. All right, folks, let's get right into your reading. Let's talk about your archetype. Your archetype is the comic. The comic is someone who is able to bring a lot of healing to very difficult situations by finding sometimes the most difficult thing to find, which is humor, right? Buoying someone's spirits up. And this is not to say like sarcastic or dark humor, but legitimately someone who lightens up other people's moods, who brightens up the room, who can help ease the pain of difficult situations. So you resonate with this. This is also a version of the magi or the magician, right? The shaman, because laughter is healing. And so this is a form of healing. Very difficult form. Not everyone can do that. So you resonate with this energy right now, but you also have a Four of Cups and a Seven of Cups. So something right now is at a break, right? Emotionally, there's a relationship or a connection in your life right now where there's either a break or you're simply not allowing anyone to come in. Four of Cups is kind of an isolation. It's a refusal of engaging, choosing to be on your own. And yet at the same time, you have that Seven of Cups, which is a desire to dream for a fantasy, to dream of a connection or to dream of something that you truly desire in the area of love, right? Whether that is a romance or a deep relationship or a marriage, there are dreams and goals that you have, and yet at the same time, you're in a place right now where there's no connection. So let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers. Begin with the clarifiers. Yeah, you are, you're quite carefree to begin with, right? And what flipped over? Two cards. We have Lover's energy and the King of Cups. I always have to cover the lovers up because on YouTube they don't allow any nudity and all the lovers cards are always nude. So, but yes, a desire for deep love connection, and yet there's a King of Cups. This seems to indicate that there is someone here in your life that wants to have that connection with you, and yet you are not accepting the cup of love for them. Nevertheless, lovers is there. So a deep desire for this relationship is there. So let's go ahead and start pulling the cards for the extended reading. In the extended reading, you'll find a link down below. I always go a little bit deeper. I'm going to pull a moon card for you, as well as pulling a Venus card to see what it is you truly desire. Because with that lovers there and that Seven of Cups, you do have a dream. You have a dream for something in your love life, and yet the Four of Cups kind of holds you back. So let's talk about the desert. What is coming into your life? So the desert is a period of time in your life where things are scarce. There's scarcity. There's also a lot of confusion in the desert. Things aren't clear. The horizon isn't clear. Sometimes it looks closer than it is, always looking closer than it actually is. You have mirages in the desert. It's a very difficult time to go through. It's a time of learning, but at the same time, when you're in a space like that where things are so unsure and there are no signs around you, there's a deep introspection that happens, and so epiphanies happen in the desert. Understandings come in. You're kind of forced to concentrate or think about things in one particular way. And so this is a difficult period coming in. What's coming into your love life is a period of change, which is asking you to kind of go through this separation. I mean, this desert and the Four of Cups really fits together because it does feel like right now there's a scarcity in love, but you're choosing for that. Right? So there's kind of a choice here of going through a difficult period. It's almost like I hear here that some of you are torturing yourselves, punishing yourselves. There's, with this comic energy, there's a happy, optimistic energy here that you have for others. You love to make other people happy and jovial. You feel good for others. But I think that there's some issues maybe here for yourself. You may be having issues with feeling lovable. There may be, let me pull some love cards for this extended. I want to see a little bit deeper. Yeah, there may be some security issues, or rather just, you're hard on yourself when it comes to love. While you want it for everyone else, there's a feeling here that you really put yourself through the ringer. You make it difficult for yourself. I'm going to pull 2 of these for this extended one. I pull different cards for each extended pile depending on the energy. Let's take a look at what else is accompanying that desert. The Wheel of Fortune is 6 of Pentacles. So there's blessings coming in. And the Wheel of Fortune is good luck. The universe is really shining good luck down on you. And so while you are kind of and it does feel like you're putting yourself through this really difficult separate period, this period of sort of almost making a pilgrimage, like enforcing not being with anyone for the sake of later on finding something higher and deeper. The universe is still shining its light on you and blessings are coming in, right? 6 of Pentacles, there is still a very real blessing coming in, people who want to share something with you on a real basis. I really feel like that King of Cups and 6 of Pentacles is there. There's someone in your life, I think, that wants to be with you, that is willing to share their time and give of their time, and yet you are holding them at bay until some situation is resolved, right? You desire to love deep down inside, but for some reason you're not allowing yourself yet to have it with this individual. And so you are putting yourself through the desert right now. 2 of Swords, there's your decision. There's an indecision here that's vexing you. And so for the extended, I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card, the Saturn card, to see what is blocking you here. A decision, 2 of Swords energy. There's for some reason you're finding it difficult to make a decision. And so rather than make any decision at all, you're keeping the love connection away, or you're halting the energy, you're halting the progress of it. That 4 of Cups is very strong, even though you deeply desire it. You're second guessing yourself. And so we're going to move on to what Spirit has for you, because Spirit is letting you know to release the dark wound and let love live. There has been a dark wound here. Somewhere along the line, you've been hurt with a relationship in the past that just didn't live up to the perfectionist standard that you might have been holding it to, or just didn't live up to your expectations. And so now it's almost as if you'd rather not try, or it's almost as if you feel like you're just not willing to trust it yet. There's definitely a feeling here also of not necessarily guilt, but again, just putting yourself through the paces before you trust a connection again. It's almost as though you're punishing yourself for having trusted before. That's the feeling that I get. And that's the dark wound, right? Like you feel as though, wow, you shouldn't have, because definitely there's a relationship from the past that has hurt you, but it's left its mark, and you've been sort of beating yourself up about it all along. Say perhaps some of you I hear is telling yourself you should have known better, you should have made better decisions. But now you're allowing that sort of attitude to color this new connection here with someone who may not be like that at all. And so we have Zombie Spirit and Spirit of the Snowflake. Whereas before there may have been control, empathy, submission. You may indeed have resonated with that or felt like you were. Now Spirit of the Snowflake is coming in. There is something special, irreplaceable, and one of a kind coming into your life. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull an archetype for the extended for this person to see what kind of archetype energy they might be resonating with. And that'll be for the extended as well, to see who this person is. We're going to go ahead and pull the zodiac runes now. This is coming to the end of this pile 3. Let's pull the zodiacs and see what kind of zodiac signs you may be dealing with. Cancer. There's a Cancer that resonates, King of Cups, Cancerian energy. Yeah, somebody really loves you, Sagittarius. Some of you have Sagittarius in your chart. You're dealing, there's a Sagittarius in your life that is this King of Cups trying to come in, and more water energy, Scorpio. I was thinking about Scorpio as well. So 2 water and a Sagittarius of fire. Yeah, there's a love in your life. There's someone who's really ready to nurture, to provide. They want this deep connection. The universe is showing, is helping this along. There's Wheel of Fortune turning. They're showing physical gratitude, and yet you're still kind of healing from this old wound and second guessing yourself. So yeah, there will be some introspection that you need to do to see. But we're going to go deeper in the extended, and I'm going to call this a final reading. I do hope you got something out of this pile 3 for the pick a card, What's Next in Love. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. You can go ahead and find the links to the extended readings also in the comment or in the description. You can also book a personal reading. All of that good stuff is below. You can link to my channel, subscribe to my channel, like my video. All of those things really help me out. But that's it for right now. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I'm going to move right on over to the extended. Bye-bye now.